So let me start before others join in. Welcome to our 2 days training, mini training or mini boot camp, depending on how you want to see it. Welcome to September. Today is 1st of September, and I decided to do this 2 days free mini boot camp so that you can self-stress-proof yourself into the month of September. So I start by sharing my screen. Okay. So you're welcome to this Zoom meeting. My name, you'll find out in a minute if you don't know me before. This program is organized by Balanced Living Consulting. This program is organized by Balanced Living Consulting, and all of us, you and I, we all go through stress one way or the other. But all of us, we want to be cool, calm, and collected. We want to go from saying I'm stressed to saying I am blessed. We want to have the kind of mindset that is stress-free. We want to always unwind. We want to relax. The question is this possible? Is this possible? So that is me. My name is Ifeoma Margaret Ogbonna. Before I will say my name is Margaret Ifeoma Ogbonna, but now I say my name is Ifeoma Margaret Ogbonna because I want people to know me as Ifeoma, and I'm a mother of 3 amazing girls. I'm a mother of 3 amazing girls, and I have 2 degrees. My first degree is in food technology. I had my degree. I didn't practice for 1 day. My second degree is in Bible and theology. That is my life calling, to be a pastor, to speak the word of God. And I have certification as a life coach, a counselor, and a relationship coach. So my hobbies are reading, cleaning, traveling, taking long walks, and I enjoy my own presence. So my motto is living to serve. Living to serve. I love to serve the community where I find myself. Somebody is, good evening, Stella. Thank you for joining us. God bless you. So I pray other people will come in to join us. My specialty are stress management, work-life balance, productivity, and living a fulfilled life, because I get to see many people, they are just alive, they are not living. And that is what motivated me to create Balanced Living Consulting, where we try to make people to understand what stress is and how to cope, manage, overcome it. So what we do at Balanced Living Consulting, we create courses, programs, we have one-on-one programs, we have group coaching, we have boot camps. Those are the kind of things we do to help people to go from stress to blessed. So these 2 days mini training, we'll be learning what our stress triggers are. We'll be learning self-care. We'll be learning our boundaries, mindfulness, and meditation. So you're going to go from feeling stressed. So if you are watching this now or later, you'll be asking for help. So you are here looking for help, either to go out of a particular stress or to go to your next level and you're facing challenges. And at the end, we'll find ourselves being blessed like this young man lying down in a green pasture. That is the end where we want to find ourselves in. So I would stop my screen and see if we have somebody. Yes, good evening. Can you hear me? Can you talk so that you introduce yourself? If you can introduce yourself, your occupation, your hobbies, and why you joined this bootcamp, I'll really appreciate that. But I think your audio is not going on well. So maybe we'll do the introductions in the group. Let me continue. I'll continue to share my screen because I don't want it to go for so long. So let's continue. So we'll do the introductions in the group. So what is the aim of this bootcamp or this 2 days training? The aim is to give you the knowledge you need, the tools you need, actionable strategies so that you can identify, manage, and reduce stress in your life. Because once we reduce stress, we improve our well-being. So stress is coming down, your overall well-being is going up, and you're becoming much more productive. So I like to do this mindfulness activity where I would ask my participants to look around them and tell me 5 things they can see. I'm looking around me, I'm trying to look at 5 things that I can see. So I want you to do the same thing. I see, for example, I see my plant whispers. I see a bottle of water. I see this picture on the wall. I see my earphone, that is 4, and I see my ventilator, that is 5. What can I touch? I can touch my table. I can touch the picture. I can touch a couch near me. I can touch a blanket, and I can touch the wall or the door. Those are 5 things. What can I smell? I can smell someone cooking, but it's not so clear. I can also smell, I sprayed some things on the passage on my floor. I can also smell that. Those are the 2 things I can, and my perfume I'm using. These are the 3 things I can smell. What can I hear? If I'm talking, I can hear myself talking. If I'm not talking, I can hear the fan blowing. And I can hear this sound from the computer or from the TV, you know, that is just and some traffic from outside, I can hear. What can I taste? I can drink my water and taste water. But apart from that, I cannot taste anything. So I love to do this mindfulness exercise, which next week, tomorrow, you'll find out why we always do this mindfulness exercise, what it helps us to achieve. Now we come to the definition of stress. What is the definition of stress? So, stress, wait 1 minute. Stress at its core is just the way we respond to situations or people or events in our life that are, when we are under pressure, the way we respond to it. That is basically what stress is. Our response to this different activity. Our state of, someone will say our state of being worried or mental tension that we find ourselves in difficult situations. But like I always say, that stress is not always a negative reaction or a negative thing. Stress can be good. We have good stress that is called eustress, and we have bad stress that is called distress. And bad stress takes place when you are under pressure, you are under a challenge, you are under a difficult situation for a very long time. That is when we'll experience this bad stress. So that is basically what stress is. And we now have what they call stressors. Stressors are the things that are causing you stress. Stressors are the things that is causing stress. And from one person to the other person, it is different. What can cause me stress might not cause you stress. They can ask me to come and clean the house. It might not be a problem for me. I will go and clean the house. But maybe you ask me now to cook, for example, or to go to the city. It's a big challenge for me. It's stress for me. I have to dress, I have to make up, I have to do this, I have to do that. Then it's stress for me. So you see that, meanwhile, for another person, it's stress for them to clean. But when you ask them to go out, it's not stress. So stressors are the things that cause stress, and it's different from one person to the other person. We also have external and internal stressors. External stressors here, I did not even put examples because you can just imagine them. You have work, you have husband, you have wife, you have family, you have finances, you have all those things that you can see outside yourself, whereby you have also internal stressors. These are you criticizing yourself, you thinking you're not good enough, you think about the past, you say, oh God, why did I do what I did? You think about the future, you say, oh, how can I ever get there? So those are external and internal stressors that we find ourselves in all the time. We find ourselves in all the time. So what these are, I wanted us to write out different kinds of stressors, or these are some kind of stressors. Kids, or some people don't have a child, that is a big stressor for them. Some people, their children that they have, it's a big stress, or maybe they are stubborn, maybe they are sick, maybe different things. Or you have an husband that is not responsible, or is cheating, or is going out, or does not have a work, things like that. Or you don't even have a husband there, or you don't have a wife. It's a big stressor for some people. Housework, school runs, culture, money or lack of it, or too much money, too much money. I'm in a boot camp whereby we are asked to spend big money on a daily basis. That's our assignment. And you get to a point whereby you have big money, you don't know what to do with it. So sickness can cause stress. Lack of time can cause stress. Being alone, some people cannot be alone, it can cause stress. You also have if you have parents, you have family members, lack of self-esteem, lack of self-care, overprotection, social media, false expectations. Those are some of the things that can cause stress. Let me stop sharing. Welcome, Lola Adeyemo. God bless you for joining in.
Amen.
I'm recording it. I will send it into the group later for those people that didn't start on time. So all these stressors, I continue to share my screen. All these stressors, maybe you see one and you say, oh, this is mine, or this is mine. When I look at this and I want to think of my own, for me, what stresses me if I have to go out, for me, that's always the biggest kind of stress for me. So you have to know what your stress is. before you are able to overcome stress, you just have to know exactly what is causing that stress. So as you're looking at this board, I want you to start picking what is causing your stress. There are so many other things. You have workload, deadlines. Maybe at work you are given a deadline to do something. And you also have your personal life, financial pressures, time constraints, uncertainty. Change can cause stress. When something just changes, it can cause you stress. Or when you are uncertain about something, you just go haywire about it. So those are some of the things that can cause stress. High expectations. I don't know whether you have set up a very high goal and you look at it, you say, God, how am I going to be able to achieve this? You now find yourself under big stress. So I would love if you can put in the chat, from all these stressors we have talked about, which one are your top 3 to 5 that you can say, these are the things stressing me out, or these are my stressors. That is one. Now, number 2, also what I would love you to put in the chat is, from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that you are not stressed out, and 10 being that you are at a stage of burnout. I want you to write down where your stress level is right now. Not yesterday, not this morning, not what you think it will be tomorrow, what it is right now. Your stress level at this point, from 1 to 10, I would appreciate that. So what are the effects of stress? What are the effects of stress? We have physical symptoms, we have emotional impact, we have decreased productivity, strained relationships, burnout, health issues. Physical symptoms, stress can manifest in physical symptoms like headaches, muscle tension here, for some people here at the back, on your legs, changes in the way you eat. Some people under stress, they eat much. And if you see me eating a lot, you know that I'm under stress. Because when you're under stress, you are drained. And for me, my body tells me, oh, you are drained, you are tired, you are hungry, go and eat. So for me, when I'm under stress, part of the effect is that I eat. And when I eat, I gain weight. When somebody else is under stress, the brain is telling the person that, listen, you are not happy, you are under stress, you're not happy. When somebody is not happy, you're not supposed to eat. Why should you go and eat when you're not happy? So that is the effect of stress. Then physical symptoms include also digestive issues or sleep disturbances. Last 2 weeks, I did in my live program on Instagram and on Facebook, the sleep stress cycle, whereby when you are under stress, when you are bothered and worried, you don't sleep in the night very well. And when you don't sleep in the night very well, you are under stress. So you lack sleep. Because of lack of sleep, you go into stress. Because you are stressed out, you cannot sleep. So it's a sleep stress cycle. That's part of the physical symptoms that you get when you are under stress. Then you also have your emotional impact on you. And this can be, you see people that are easily irritated. Even at work today, there's a particular colleague of mine. Normally, she's such a calm person, but under stress, you start seeing her talking fast, you start seeing her just being angry and irritated. You just know that is not her, but she's under stress. She's under stress. And there's an advert I normally watch. The advert says that it's about eating a particular Snickers. It says that you are not who you are when you are hungry. So when the person is hungry and the person eats a snack and the person does not find it, the person is so not themselves. But immediately they got something to eat, they were able to calm down. So you have emotional impact whereby you feel overwhelmed, you feel even depressed. You have 1 minute you are happy, the next minute you are down, 1 minute you are happy, the next minute you are down. That is the emotional impact of stress. Emotional impact of stress. Then you also have decreased productivity. You know, when you have chronic stress, when you are fatigued, when you are exhausted, you cannot concentrate, you cannot keep focus, everything is challenging to you. You are working at a very decreased level, decreased level. Then your relationship gets strained. I know sometimes when I'm under stress here that my children, they say, when they want to talk to me, I will say, oh, I'm coming or something like that. They realize I'm under stress. Sometimes they will not say, Mama, when can I talk to you? You understand? So you can see that when we are under stress, it affects our relationship. High stress without adequate, strains, high stress level can strain our relationship with our partners, with our kids, with our parents, with our colleagues. And it can lead to miscommunication because I'm stressed. I don't really have any problem with them, but I'm stressed. But because I'm coming out irritated, they might feel I have a problem with them. You understand? So that is what stress does to us. Another thing, I believe that one is part of the long-term result of stress is burnout. Continuous exposure to stress without adequate rest, adequate recovery can contribute to burnout, resulting in exhaustion, reduced motivation, and a decline in the overall well-being. I don't wish anybody to have burnout. Burnout is something that you should not just be a part of your life. So also stress, part of the effect is that you have health issues. Prolonged chronic stress can impact your physical health, leading to weakened immune system. I was interviewing a guest on my program, and she also said that stress affects your immune system. Your immune system's activities is reduced. That means you can easily fall sick. You can easily fall sick just because your immune system has reduced. And stress is the cause of or let me put it this way, over 75% of sicknesses are caused, and stress is the cause of over 75% of sicknesses. Over 75% of sicknesses are caused by stress. So, now, the first thing that we will use, we're going to talk about two things, self-care and boundaries, as the two things that we can use to cope, overcome, reduce stress. So these are the two tools we'll be taking home today, and tomorrow we'll take home the other ones. One, self-care, two, boundaries. So under your self-care, you have your mental health, you have your physical health, you have your personal interests, you have social connection, you also have relaxation. So prioritizing self-care is crucial in fostering a work-life balance. Self-care refers to the activities and practices we engage on a regular basis to reduce stress and maintain and enhance our health and well-being. And I call self-care the engine of your body. Self-care is the engine of your body, not the fuel, the engine. Because when your engine knocks out, you can't do anything. That is why in my programs with moms, Sometimes I do Moms Boot Camp, but I have a running program, a monthly subscription program for moms. It's called Moms in Balance. I stress self-care because we moms, we give, but we forget that once we break down, not only us, but our whole system breaks down. That is why for us as moms, we need to, self-care is supposed to be high up there for us. Self-care is supposed to be high up there for us. So also, I always like to give this example of if you are in a flight, the attendant will tell you, please, in case of an emergency, and the face mask falls down, please, and you are having an elderly person, a sick person, or a child that you have to take care of, you are asked to, first of all, put on your own face mask before you help the person that you are taking care of. Because if you say, let me help them first, you will start losing strength because of lack of oxygen. You cannot help them again, and you cannot help yourself. But if you are able to put on your own, you receive enough oxygen and then also strength, you are able to help the person that you are supposed to take care of. So for your mental health, you can do things like meditation and mindfulness that we'll be talking about tomorrow. Journaling. Journaling is something that we need to do. For example, this is my journal. You know, it's my prayer journal. It must not be a prayer journal. It must just be a journal. And it must not be anything fancy. Just need a jotter, a book, whereby you're going to write things, write things that you are grateful about, write things that your wins for that day, your prayers for that day. And I always recommend write your challenges and your pains. But after writing your challenges and your pains, always tear it out and tear those ones away, and keep your gratefulness and your wins and your goals. You keep them. Your pains and your challenges and your worries, you write them down. But after writing them down, please always tear them off. So for your mental care, for your mental health, you need this mindfulness, meditation, journaling. They can help to reduce stress and anxiety. You know, so you need to carve out time every day, and either in the mornings or in the evenings to do these activities. You need to prayer, meditation, and also silence. Silence is one thing that I love. I love silence. There's power in silence. I don't know if anybody has tried it. Please, if you have ever tried it before, let me know. I do silence, not just only in the morning or in the night. Anytime I find it possible, I just stay in silence. I just stay in silence. It helps me. So for your physical health, we talked about how the effect of stress on your physical health. So the things you can do are regular exercises. An exercise can be you taking a long walk, taking a fast walk, jogging, going to the gym, taking the staircase, walking instead of taking a bus. Different simple things that you can put into your daily life. Okay, you also have adequate sleep. Very important. You need to enhance your energy levels, your mood, and your overall health. You know, so you need to go to bed on time, wake up on time, or if you decide not to go to bed on time for whatever reason, because of work or something, make sure you are getting your minimum of 6 hours sleep. Better still, 8 hours sleep. For me personally, I've always thought that, oh, I don't sleep so much is good. No, it drains you. So my target for September, for example, is to eat my 8 hours sleep regularly. Because for me, I find myself after 6 hours, I'm always okay. But I want to learn to stay 1 or 2 hours under sleep. You regain more energy. You regain your energy. your energy levels get high, your mood is better. Your mood is better. So personal interests, you need to engage in hobbies. You must engage in hobbies. You have different interests that you can do. Like at the beginning, when I introduced myself, I said I love to read, I love to go for long walk, self-care, I love to travel. You see something different. One thing about traveling is part of mindfulness, because when you are in a place where you have not been before, you are more alert. You are alert to the road, to the what you are seeing, maybe beautiful buildings and things like that. You know, funny enough, where I lived before was like a tourist city, and but me myself, I did not see the beauty of that place. But anytime I'm going on the road, I see maybe a group of people that came as tourists, then they'll stand in front of a building and they'll be describing it and things like that. But me, I've been there for how long? I just walk past the building without noticing what the building is all about. So that's why also traveling is part of self-care. You must not go very far or plan to take trips. Depends on whatever your hobbies are, but they can help to give you a sense of identity outside your work and normal life. You know, we are so much used to this same routine. Routine is good, but once in a while, go out of it and find a different environment, different schedule. Try it. Try new hobbies. Try painting, try cycling, try cooking, just try taking out time for yourself, or being alone. If you're a person that is always busy and with people, try the hobby of being alone. We also have social connection. Social connection, whereby you try and maintain and build your relationship. You can say, I'm going to go once a week with my husband to a date, or my kids, I plan once a month to go out with them, or have girls nights time out, something like that. You build your social connection as much as you can. You plan regular catch-ups with friends and family, it will help a lot. Then you have relaxation. You need to learn to calm down. Me, I love when my legs are being massaged, whatever you love to do, try and learn to relax. If it's to get a good head massage, if it's to, I don't know, even during a busy day, learn to put in some 5 minutes rest at work. If you have a long working day, try after every 30 minutes to put in a 5 minutes break. This way you'll be able to relax your mind and your body. And what I will add is, if it is possible, dedicate one day in the week. I'm still struggling with this, just to relax and no work. And sometimes for me, even though if I don't want to work physically, my head is working. So sometimes I have to shut it down if I can. I'm still struggling with that, but it's a good thing for you to do. The next one is setting boundaries. Boundaries help us to separate our personal life from work. When you do this, you're able to reduce stress, the risk of burnout, and allow you to enjoy both your work fully and enjoy your personal life fully. As I always say, boundary is like you build a house and you do not create any fence. You are telling everyone, and when I mean everyone, I'm talking about even mostly bad people, thieves and armed robbers, to come in. So when you build a house, some people, they've not even built a house, but they make sure that they have their fence. So boundaries is you creating a fence. You are telling people, you are creating a framework, you are telling people the way they should, you want them to treat you and the way you want to treat them. That is you setting boundaries. You are telling somebody, this is the way you're going to talk to me. This is the way you can address me. That is setting boundaries, and it's very, very crucial. It's difficult sometimes, but it's very, very crucial when we set the right boundaries. And in setting boundaries, you have to have somebody, for example, clear working hours. Clear working hours. Some people, because they work from home, it's difficult for them to distinct that now is my working time, now it's time for me to relax. For me, sometimes I work full time, I come back home, start my coaching, and sometimes when I'm not careful, most times I'll go outside my working time and I'll keep working. You are just pre-programming yourself for stress. You are pre-programming yourself for stress. You need to have clear working hours. So since I said, okay, I'm working full time, when I come back home, I can say, okay, I have 2 hours where I do my coaching, then it's finished. Secondly, have work-free zones. This also goes to those people that work, for example, from home. Maybe you put it for yourself that in my living room is where I work. Once I go to my bedroom, I don't take any work with me. If you have a study, is good. Or if it's in your bedroom, you have a particular side whereby you do your work. Then when you come to bed, you don't do it. I know it can be tempting, but these are the things we need to set in place to help us to avoid or reduce stress. Then one of the most challenging ones is digital boundaries. These digital boundaries is difficult. You have everywhere we go with our phones. They ask us to wait. Our phones are with us. We're checking the latest news. We are in TikTok. You just want to check one little thing before you know you are 1 hour, 2 hours in it. The same thing with Instagram. So, but we need to set those boundaries, and we need to teach our children and people around us to set those boundaries. There are times where actively I put my phone on a flight mode so that nothing is coming in, and I still find myself still checking it, although nothing can come in. But it is how would I call it? It's the way we have pre-programmed ourselves already, because we are used to going to check our phone. Even when I put it on flight mode, yet I still go to check it. No, nothing is going to come in. I tell myself, why are you checking it? But we are so used to it. So we need to set those right boundaries, maybe also in the evening, and say, okay, 10 o'clock, I don't go on my phone again. It's always advisable to even keep your phone in another room, not where you sleep. For me, this is difficult because I love to listen to audiobooks or audio Bible when I go to bed, so I take it with me. But it's advisable that you don't even sleep in the same place where your devices are. And some people have TVs in their room. This is a source of stress. The source of stress. So learn to take breaks and time off. In some countries whereby they work. Not even some countries, some people, they believe that if they take breaks, they're wasting time. But the thing is that you need that break to be more effective. Taking regular breaks during your workday to rest and regenerate, it can help you to become more productive. It can help you to become more productive. Then also prioritize personal activities. Make time for activities that you enjoy and that contribute to your well-being. It can be setting aside time out to read or take a walk on a Saturday morning. These are the things that you can use, and you make it to be known that is your time, that is your time to do those things. And the last one here is saying no. And I know in setting boundaries, this is one of the most difficult ones, saying no. So you can say no and still be a good person. You can say no and still be a good person. So let me tell you some of the ways you can say no. It is important for you to feel comfortable saying no to additional tasks, to additional responsibility that exceeds your capacity at work. Because I know I want to give more time to my coaching, and I was asked to take over a particular department, our labor. I said no. I cannot give it the full attention I'm supposed to give it, because I always want to give the best to everything that I'm doing. So you need to learn to say no. And let me give you some example of things to say if you need to say no and you are afraid to say no because you don't want to offend the person, one, or because you feel that you'll be called a bad person. So you learn to be honest when you're saying no. When you're talking to anybody, you need to learn to be honest. And when you want to say no, learn to be honest and be brief. You can say, for example, I appreciate the offer, but I cannot commit to it at this time. Two, you can say, thank you very much, but I have to pass on this one. You can say, thank you very much. I wish I could, but I already have plans. Thank you very much. I cannot take it right now. Maybe I can do it some other time. I hope you understand. You know, there are so many things you can say. Thank you for thinking about me, for asking me, but now I'm not available. Now I'm using my time for something else. There are so many things you can say no. So I want us to be pleased, be comfortable saying no. And you don't owe anybody a lengthy explanation. Simply saying also, I can't, I'm sorry, it should be enough. And if they don't accept it, it is so. Just on your own part, be grateful that they asked you, be thankful, be respectful about it. That is your own part that you should play. So learn to say no. So that is it for today. Tomorrow we'll be meeting at the same time, but as homework, I want you to write this night 5 things that you are grateful for. This night, 5 things that you are grateful for. Then tomorrow morning, I want you to write 5 other things that you are grateful for. Then before our class tomorrow evening, I want you to write 2 wins that you were able to win throughout the day. It can be that, oh, I was able to call this person I wanted to call all along, or I was able to arrange the kitchen, I was able to arrange my child's room. I just need you, I was able to finish writing the particular book, or I was able to start writing the particular book, or I went live, or whatever you did to win. So this is our assignment for today. So I hope you got value. If you got value, please share the link for people to come in tomorrow. Share the flyer for people to join us tomorrow. Help me go viral to help people reduce stress. We need to reduce stress, and we can only start reducing stress when we understand what stress is, when we understand that what is causing you stress is different from what is causing stress for the next person. And when you know exactly what your stressors are, you'll be able to know exactly what tool or what strategies to put to overcome it. Thank you so much for coming today. God bless you.